Alright guys, so we have our Ionic application up and running. I have Ionic Serve running here. You can see it in the browser. So what we're going to do is start to look at the file structure. So I'm going to open up my Visual Studio Code Editor, and let's go ahead and add this, add our project folder. So mine is on my desktop, A2 projects, and my workouts. Alright, so let's take a look over here. Now, we have a few folders. The main folder we're going to be working in is the app folder. Okay, that's where I think, yeah, that's pretty much where we'll do all of our work. The rest of this stuff, the plugins, we're not going to worry about. Platforms, that's where the Android stuff is. If you remember in the last video when we said Ionic add platform Android, that added this folder here. We also have our www folder and then a build folder. That's where our compiled application will be. Okay, we don't touch any of this. This is just what we compile it into. Okay, we want to deal with the app folder. So we have an app.js file, and that holds the root app component as we've been using throughout each project. It looks a little bit different. A lot of this stuff is just, it's a little different than what we've been doing with Angular 2. Alright, you can see that up here it's importing from Ionic Angular, so it's not just a regular Angular 2 installation. You also might notice we have static get parameters. This is where we can define things like, in the past, if we were to use something called platform, we would do like platform : and then this would probably be like an uppercase. Instead of doing that, we're putting this in here. Okay, so it's a little different. Also, we're going to put our properties in the constructor. That's no different, but we're not going to define them up here. They're going to go right in the constructor. All right, trying to think what else. Now you might see these ion nav, these ion tags. These are just custom directives that are specific to Ionic. Okay, so this is the main app. We're not going to really deal with this too much, this file. If we look in pages, this is where all of our content will go, and you can see we have a number of pages here. Now we have page 1 through 3, which represent the 3 pages here. All right, if we look at page 1 in the folder, we have the JS file. Now, we do use TypeScript with Angular 2, but the extension, however, is going to be JS. It's not going to be TS. All right, you can see we're using the same TypeScript syntax. We're using the decorators. So basically, we have our JavaScript or TypeScript. Then we have, then we have our HTML, okay, which is full of the custom ion directives. We have the nav bar, which is this here. We have our content. You can see we have welcome to Ionic. So this page 1 is the page we see here. All right, if we click on page 2 HTML, you can see there's no content. If I go ahead and say page 2 content and save that and then click on tab 2, you can see we get the page 2 content. All right, now the tabs, this is where we have our navigation. Okay, so if we want to add or remove tabs from this menu right here, this is where we would do it. All right, now we set the location using root. So this is going to tab 1 root. And if we look at tabs.js, you can see that tab 1 root is defined as page 1. Page 1 is being imported up here from the page 1 JS file. Okay, so to add a new page, we would have to import it, first create it, import it, and then add it down here if we want to add it to the tabs, and then finally add it to the HTML. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to create a new page folder. Okay, so in pages, I'm going to create a new folder, and we're going to call this workouts. Alright, and this is going to represent the home page where we have our list of workouts. So we're going to create a couple files here. We want workouts.js. We want workouts.html. And we can also add a CSS file, although we're not really going to add any custom CSS, but it is good to have. So we'll say workouts.scss. By default, Ionic uses Sass, which is a CSS pre-compiler, and you just want to have your extension be SCSS. Alright, so let's start out with the JavaScript file. So we're going to want to import page from Ionic Angular. Alright, and then we're going to have our page decorator. Okay, just like we have the component decorator. And then that's going to take in an object. Let's define our template. We want our template URL. And we're going to set that to the compiled file, which will be in build/pages/workouts/workouts.html. Alright, and then actually we don't want a semicolon there. And then under that we'll have our class. So we want to say export class. It's going to be called workouts page. Okay, and then we'll have our constructor. Just like that. So let's save that. And then what we're going to want to do is go to our tabs.js file, and just like these are all being imported, we're going to import workouts page. Okay, that's going to be from /workouts/workouts. Alright, and what we want to do is replace the tab 1 with the workout page. So down here, we're going to add it. We're going to say this dot workouts root and set that to workouts page. Just like that. Save it. Alright, and then what we'll do is go into tabs HTML, and we're going to take this first ion tab and we're going to change this to let's see, we're going to change it to workouts root. Okay, and then the title, let's change that to workouts. That should be good. We'll save it. And you can see it's already changed to workouts. Now what we need to do is go into our workouts HTML page. And I'm actually going to copy from one of the page HTMLs. Just grab that. Okay, we'll paste that in. Let's change this to workouts. And the class here, I'm also going to change to workouts for the H2. Workouts. Alright, save that. And now you can see that our tab 1 takes us to workouts, and we can switch back. Alright. Now we're going to have an about page as well, so let's go ahead and create that. And that's just going to be a static page, so we'll get that out of the way now. Alright, so in pages, let's say new folder, about. Okay, we're going to have the same thing. We're going to have about.js, about.html, and about.scss. Okay, and I'm just going to copy what we have in our workouts.js and put that in about.js. We're just going to change this to about page and this to about/about.html. Alright, and then we'll copy what we have in our workouts HTML and put that in our about. I'm just going to stick a little text in here. Let's say version 1.0. Put another one. Simple. We'll say simple workout tracking application. All right, now we need to add it to the tab. So let's go to tabs. Where are we? Tabs JS. We're going to bring it in. And down here, let's say this dot about root is going to equal about page. Okay, and then we'll go to our tabs HTML, and this is going to be the last tab. We'll change to about root, change the title to about, save it, and now we have our about page. All right, so the last thing we'll do is the add page. We're not going to add any functionality or anything like that, but I just want to get the navigation and all that set up. All right, so let's create a new folder in pages, and we're going to call this add-workout. Okay, create our files. Add workout.js. HTML. And SCSS. Okay, let's grab some. We'll grab the HTML. Okay, save that. We'll grab some JavaScript or TypeScript. And we're going to call this add workout page. Save that. Let's go to tabs JS. We'll bring it in. All right, down here, let's add this dot add workout root set to add workout page. Okay, then we'll go to tabs HTML and change this here to add workout root. Change the title to add workout, and I'm also going to change the icon. Let's change it to, I think we can do add. So let's save that. Okay, now we have add workout, about, and workouts. So our interface is pretty much done in terms of the navigation, the headings, things like that. So in the next video, we'll see about getting and displaying our workouts on the home page.